Thank you very much, Janice. And we're talking about your money now. Are you looking to withdraw from your IRA? And if so, what's the best way to do it? Stewart Welch from the Welch Group joins us to explain maybe the most cost-effective way to do this. Good to see you.
Good morning, Mike.
So I understand you had a scenario where a person was at the age over 59 and a half where they could start withdrawing from the IRA, but they maybe didn't want to do that. Talk about the scenario here, what the dilemma was.
So this lady was 64 years old. She wanted to delay Social Security until age 70, so you get that higher amount from Social Security.
Right.
She had money in an IRA account, and she had money in a personal investment account that had a lot of long-term capital gains. So her question is, what's the best strategy for getting cash flow to get me between now and when Social Security is going to begin?
Okay, so if you're in this scenario, here's the advice. What should you do?
Yeah, a lot of people find themselves in this and they have an IRA account and a personal investment account, and how do I get the money out? What's the best way? So the first thing is, if you take money out of the IRA account, it's going to be ordinary income. And up to about $75,000, you're taxed at a maximum federal rate of about 15%. If you take money out of the personal investment account, the long-term capital gains rate is 0% up to about $75,000. So theoretically, the short answer is it's cheaper to take money out of the investment account and pay the long-term capital gains tax, which again is 0 up to $75,000 of taxable income. However, what we find is that a lot of times it's a smarter idea to bleed some money out of the IRA as you go.
And what do you mean by bleed?
Meaning instead of taking big chunks out, you actually strategically take some money out of the IRA and pay some tax as you go. And the reason is, when you turn 70 and a half, you have to start taking money out of the IRA. And if you've let too much build up in there, you might have to take it out in a much higher tax bracket.
Okay.
So I think the trick is, what we do is we do trial tax returns. So we would sit down with you, for example, and we would do an estimate of what your taxes are going to be for 2015 and decide, well, if we took a little bit of, do some what ifs. What if we took a little bit of money out of your IRA? Can we continue to take it out and pay the tax on the IRA money at a relatively low tax bracket? And how does that compare to just leaving it in the IRA and what we think you might have to pay in taxes when you turn 70 and a half.
Okay, and it depends on how much you need to live on, right?
It does depend on how much you need to live on. That's why it's really important to do trial tax returns. So most people wait until April 15th to do their tax return. If you do it early, you can make some decisions that are really intelligent decisions.
Okay, now what if somebody just said, you know what, maybe I just want to borrow against it. Can you do that once you're over 59 and a half?
So no, you cannot borrow against your IRA. Okay. So your choices are, either I'm going to take a withdrawal from my IRA, or I'm going to take money from my personal investment account.
Interesting. All right, well, if you're in that scenario, there's your answer. Stewart Welch, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.